Hello! Welcome back to another video on my page, you guys. So today I'm doing this look. I did a poll on my Facebook, so if you haven't followed my Facebook page, go follow me at iCandy Cosmetics on Facebook. I will link it below. I did a poll there to see what you guys wanted to see for holiday look. You guys said really beautiful skin, bold lip. So here it is. Barely there eye. All we really have on is like one eyeshadow and a winged liner and some lashes. And then we have this beautiful bold lip. I hope you guys have liked the other looks that I've been posting on my page. I did like a chit chat with Evan, and then he did my makeup, and then finally here's like me doing a holiday look. So if you want to figure out how to get this look, make sure to keep on watching. Don't forget to like this video, you guys. Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to be on a posting spree, plus I'm going home for the holidays, so vlogging. Can you say it with me? Vlogging. Make sure to check all of that stuff out. Go follow me on Facebook. You can find me on Snapchat. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me everywhere, okay? It's like a candy overload. So anyways, if you guys want to see how to get this look, I'll see you in just a couple seconds. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna get started. I've already got my lips prepped because my lips are like the driest part right now. So then for my face, I'm gonna start off with the Mario Badescu facial spray. I use the one with aloe instead of the rosewater one because I like the smell of this much better. Although I was faithful to the rosewater one for years. After that, I'm just gonna use a little bit of rosehip oil. I got this from Ross or TJ Maxx, and I just take some in a little dropper and pat it into my face. And the most important part about this look is making sure that, especially in the drier months right now, that we are really moisturizing our skin. And then for my moisturizer, I really love this stuff, even though it's for the nighttime. My skin is just that dehydrated that I feel like I can get away with using it. So this is the Mario Badescu Skincare Seaweed Night Cream. And I'm just gonna dab this onto my skin and just kind of massage it into the skin. The thing I like to start on is my brows. I like to do my brows first. So the first thing I always do is I brush them out with a spoolie. So today I think I'm gonna start out with a powder. I think I'm gonna use this powder that I have right here. This is the Laura Geller Baked Brow Tones in Blonde. And then I'm gonna use the Real Techniques eyeliner brush. It is just an angled brush. So I'm gonna go into the blonde color, and I like to fill in the front portion of my eyebrows with that, just kind of doing upward motions, just to add a little fullness, that's all. I'm gonna go into the Milani Stay Put Brow Color, and this is an 04 Brunette. It's just a pomade. This is a really dry formula of a pomade. I always like to go through and kind of comb them out too, to make sure there's no product buildup in any areas. Time for the next brow. You do not have to even do your brows if you don't want to. I just wish I had fuller brows, so this is probably where I spend the vast majority of my time, even when I'm doing a complex eye look. I feel like I just spend so much time on my eyebrows. I also like to go back and forth when I'm doing my brows, looking in a small mirror and then looking at a big mirror, because you can do nice, beautiful, fine detailed work up close, but then when you look away, you can see uneven color distribution on your brow. So I might have like more buildup here and not enough back here. So I like to use two mirrors. I don't know, just something about it makes it so much more seamless, I think. I'm gonna go into the Fiona Styles Full Cover Perfect Finish Concealer, and mine's in color 03. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna clean up the underneath of my brows. I also try to remember to bring concealer right down in this nook. It looks crazy, I know, but this dark space I always neglect, and then by the time I'm finishing up with my makeup, I'm like, oh, why is it so dark there? I didn't put any concealer, and I'm 54% Italian. That's why, dark under eyes. So I'm gonna prime my eyes, and I'm gonna go in with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I'm gonna use a Morphe E14 brush for this, and I just go into the product and then smear it across my eye. Just like that. And I like to bring mine out, so there's no like there's no areas where things aren't covered and there's uneven blending. So I just bring everything out. I'm just gonna go into my Jaclyn Hill palette really quickly. I'm gonna start with a big old blending brush like this. This is the Morphe M532. And I'm gonna go into this color right here. And tap into it. Make sure you kick off the excess on your brush, give it a flick ski, and then I'm just gonna take this and rock it back and forth in the socket and blending it out. This is just a barely there pinch of color just to define the fact that we have a crease. And then I'm gonna take that color just on a denser brush and I'm gonna put that on my eyelid as well, just so we have that wash of color. In the Jaclyn Hill palette, again, with a really flat brush, I'm gonna go into one of these cream colors. You can use either of these two. I'm just using this first one. I'm gonna set my brow bone and blend it out. And then with a pencil brush, I'm gonna go into this color right here in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just putting this on the inner corner just to brighten it up. So I'm gonna prime my skin with the Hard Candy Hydra Primer in the 24-hour moisture. This is like 3-in-1. This is my favorite primer if you have dry skin. Unfortunately, this does a whole lot of nothing for my pores. So I just like to gently press this into my skin. So it's important to get a dewy looking foundation for this look unless you're incredibly oily where you're already gonna be dewy no matter what foundation you put on. The one I'm using right now, the Infallible Pro Glow by L'Oreal, this is one of my favorites right now. This is color 204, but it's got a nice yellow undertone to it, but this is a little too dark. So I'm gonna mix this with a lighter foundation. I'm gonna mix in the CoverGirl Outlast 3-in-1, and this is in color 832. Now, I always have a little brush and I mix it on the back of my hand. So the first thing I do is I go into one of my brushes. So what I like to do is once I have this on my face, then I kind of like to gently buff it in. And by buff it, I mean circular motions, really small circular motions. I have really sensitive skin, so I try not to pull. Always remember, like just doing this is not sufficient. Bring that shit down. Since our base coat is now applied, then I like to go in, add another layer. So I'm done with my brush now. This is how I do mine. This might be excessive, I know, but this is how I do my foundation. Then I have my Pure Minerals beauty sponge, and this is completely saturated wet. You always want your beauty sponges wet. If you want a little extra moisture, I like mine very wet. You can apply a spray to it. I just push it in. This is a stippling motion where you press up and down, and this is going to give you the maximum coverage of your product because you're just laying the pigment on top of itself instead of like buffing it around. You're just stacking the pigment on top of each other. I'm leaving this area around my eyes alone, as you can tell, because I go in with concealer and I really struggle with under eyes. I try not to stack a lot of product under my under eyes. For concealers, I like to mix two of them. Concealer is to brighten up and hide. I only really have some discoloration in this corner, that purple. Honestly, I feel like mine is covered up very easily, so I don't need really high coverage concealers. I use concealers more for brightening. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I have mine in the color 20 Sand. This is my favorite concealer probably ever. So I'm just gonna do some stripes right here, and I'm gonna take my LA Pro concealer in the color Porcelain, and I'm gonna go in between those lines. So then I do spray the tip of my beauty sponge at this point. Woo! And then I like to use the tip, and that's how I blend my concealer. As you can see, I don't bring my concealer all the way up. I like to blend it up. I will go up there after I blend it out, and I always use my concealer to kind of cut my eyeshadow. If you want a cream contour right now would be the time to do that. I don't. I'm gonna spray me down, and then I'm just gonna set my under eyes. I'm gonna use the Coty Airspun. You can get this at Walmart, and I'm gonna take this on my Sigma tapered highlighter brush, the F35. I come into my under eye, and I just tap it in and up. So I kind of start right here where my pores are the biggest, because we kind of want to set those, kind of. Start down here very lightly, and I move my way up and over. Then I go into my Bare Minerals concealer powder, and this is in Well Rested, tiny amount, because this stuff is like, whoa. Just put some on the tip of the brush, and then lightly pat it up. I've been loving my Smashbox bronzer in Warm Matte. Looks like this, and I'm gonna use that on an e.l.f. I'm pretty sure this is like a blush brush. What I do is I just hit up the back part of my face. So wherever your tragus is, my cheekbone actually sits higher than my tragus, so I use on my cheekbone, and I just kind of bronze up the back part of my face right here, and then I bring it up. I come up here around the hairline, temples, and then bring it down right here. Let's do MAC Dainty Mineralized Blush in Dainty. Beautiful pinky color. The reason I chose this one is because it's not a matte blush. It has quite a bit of a sheen to it, and we want to keep everything really healthy looking on the face. So we're gonna put it, if you wanna do that fake smile, get on those cheekbones and then blend it back. Now when I do a very minimalist look like this, I kick up the amount of highlighter I put on. My boyfriend, Evan, not so much of a fan of highlighter, but I just think it brings this look all together. So I like to kick up the highlighter. I'm gonna use the Morphe M510 brush, and this is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. So I kind of put it on my brush, boom. And then I take my spray. This is gonna help it stick. Did you see that swipe? And then to mesh it together, I go back in with my blush brush. So for the eyes, I just want to fix up my under eyes. So I'm going to go in with that same color we use in our crease. This is on the Sedona Lace EB09 brush, and I'm just going to drag this on my lower lash line. And what I bring down on that lash line, I like to smoke it up right here. And then I'm gonna do an eyeliner. I like to do liquid liners. I'm gonna try my Physicians Formula first. I'm gonna do a wing. When in doubt, wing it out, you know what I'm saying? I haven't used liner in so long, I'm not even sure if these are good anymore. You don't have to do this. I'm just fully expecting to put a full set of false lashes on. I'm gonna use my Colossal Mascara by Maybelline, and this is in Glam Black. I go to the root, wiggle, and pull. You don't need too much if you're gonna do lashes with me. If you're not gonna do lashes with me, I say you cake it up, girl. We just want them nice and black so they disappear into our lashes. I'm gonna do brow gel. You can do clear brow gel. I'm gonna do Beguile by MAC just to hold your brows in place and kind of separate them, make it look like there's actual hair under all that product. Demi Wispies by Ardell, which I think I want to wear the Demi Wispies. I'm doing the Demi Wispies. Make sure to trim your lashes so that they fit you. I'm going to use the Salon Perfect Brush On Lash Adhesive. This is clear. I used this on my dad when he dressed up as Santa for our company Christmas party. He really, really liked it, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. Make sure you let it go tacky for just a little bit. If this was a client, do not blow on their lash. That would not be good. Then you come as an aerial drop, center it up, put it right in the center, align the edge, align the other edge. There we go, folks. We have our lash. Some final touches before I do my lips. So I have freckles, and to really make sure that this looks as healthy as possible, I'm gonna take my eyebrow brush and just dot my favorite ones on. This one's definitely my favorite, and my uncle told me he has the same one, so we are twinsies. For my lip, I'm gonna use Model's Own. This is where the look really gets that special occasion look, because right here, this is a really, I think, beautiful makeup look, but it doesn't have anything too spectacular. So I'm gonna use Model's Own brand. The color I'm gonna be using for their lipstick is in Deep Berry 17. I'm not a huge reds person, so this was like a compromise in my heart. So I'm gonna wipe off the lip gloss that I have. I'm not going to use a liner, but if you wanna use a liner, I'm sure there are hundreds of brands where there's a liner that matches this. So when you get whoopsies when you do your lips, first of all, let's do one of these. That would be on your teeth. Let's get a little brush, a little detail brush, and some concealer, and any mistakes that you made, like right here. Just clean that right up. And because I love anything and everything glossy right now, I'm gonna go into LA Girls Lip Paint in the color Tempt. Both of these lip products I found in Ulta. This was being clearance style, and this is just always there. This is far more like a jelly. I'm gonna take my middle finger and I'm gonna tap my lips. Ooh, this has a smell to it. Smells like mint. This is definitely a look that speaks for itself. Okay guys, so then this is the finished look. Really beautiful polished skin and a nice bold, beautiful lip. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you have an amazing Christmas or happy holidays if you're celebrating Hanukkah or any other holiday. I hope you have an amazing time. Stay safe, eat lots of food, hug your family, kiss your friends, all of that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!